Share the live, everyone.
Uh-oh.
Let's see. Legal tender. Well, the bank accounts are closed, so this is the only means we can pay.
Colonel extra gold else.
Yeah. Take off that one.
I hope the underpaid guards don't have to count this money.
Oh my. I never get permission to come in.
This is the opposition leader. Of course he can come in.
It's okay.
We going now, right?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yes, so the Mohammeds never owe a debt. We are very grateful and thankful that the Attorney General, Anil Nandalal, has accepted the sanction money.
On the campaign trail that deceive and lie to the entire nation about doing business with the Mohammeds.
Careful, Mr. Leader, before you throw away the fines. Illegal. We're going through there? Are we?
So just a reminder, the Supreme Court delivered judgment for the Mohammeds on the 13th of February, 2026, and awarding them $600,000 in costs. In addition to dismissing the application, the full court ordered GRA to pay costs totaling another $600,000. This was in June 30th of last year. Yet, they still owe the Mohammeds more than $1.6 million. The substantive High Court ruling in November 14th, another case that the Mohammeds won against GRA, a separate ruling where the court deemed GRA's tax reassessment unlawful, where the Honorable Justice Gino Persad ordered the GRA to pay an additional $750,000 in costs to Azruddin Mohammed. We are still waiting for this money, Anil Nandalal. Following the High Court's final decision in November 2025, we note that $300,000 balance from the earlier full court ruling.
The Attorney General is
Turn it to.
Look, clear these cars out, take them onto the back there, and make sure they count every cent and give me a company out. Yeah.
Legal tender. Yeah.
Let it come down.
Okay.
No, you can spend the rest of the night in the back there, you'll count it. No, it's okay. It's legal tender, so you will count it.
So you're accepting the sanction money? Accepting the sanction money?
Take your time and count the money, man. Move these vehicles, go to the back, carry them at the back of the building, and leave them there for the rest of the afternoon.
Got some gold here.
Share the live, everyone.
You go.
You got some gold. You want to go?
Where your counting officer is. Yeah, make sure that you count every cent. And you know the sum that you got to count? Is 4.5 million, I think.
No, 1 million.
No, 1 million.
Or 1 million is here? So count a million. Keep them.
So they are accepting the sanction money.
They've accepted the sanction money.
Don't let them leave until the money is checked.
Accepting the sanction money.
keep them. They're holding people hostage, man.
Ms. Primus?
Keep them. I mean, this is.
I feel so sad for these underpaid guards. They have to count this money. Oh my God.
Man, that do not look upset there.
You guys have to deal with that?
No, he asked. We want the money, so we bring the money.
He accepted the sanction money.
Keep them.
So we broke the piggy bank. The children's piggy bank.
You know, it's just really interesting that the Attorney General, on one hand, advanced this public narrative to the entire country that dealings with the Mohammeds are not permissible due to the sanctions. But here he is accepting the same sanction money.
I think he said the car is going to clear here to check it off, right? And this was the shed cost about how much $1 million? This was built on
The things that should upset and don't upset.
Where's your accountant? Where's your accountant?
Don't let them leave.
We got that.
So they got the money here. Otherwise, bring it out. No, AG said to come in here for us. Yeah. So where are we gonna check off? Okay.
They supported us. I don't know. Confusion and contention. You ain't got another set of this 500,000 plans or so. That's Mr. Norton would like a 500.
Yeah.
Pardon me? Pardon?
It's okay to go back home. Right, no, Sam. Miss Hannah, but stay outside. It's okay for Miss Hannah. It's totally fine. No, it's okay.
No, I have other guys gonna check.
No worries. We can go.
So there we go.
So it says it's okay for Miss Hannah to go. So you guys could hold on. Hold on outside. Now you go ahead, Miss Hannah.
Yeah, the accountant can stay in check. Where are we checking it off? Where are you checking?
Yeah, accountant. So,
Yes.
I want to abide by our rules, you know?
Thank you.
it depends to the politics. No, it's to be politics.
I don't know. I can't write the check.
I want the camera a little bit.
No,
Well, you
no,
come in the line,
no,
the camera shows
no.
man.
I'm sorry, no. No, with this government, everything needs to be recorded and documented. We are literally scared for our lives, right?
It's to be
You know.
politics.
No.
Yeah, man. It's to be politics.
That's stupid politics. It's money.
Yeah.
You ever see an ugly note or an ugly fine?
I was a politician before I did politics.
That's money.
It should be politics. You can follow is many. Politics should be politics. You don't bring the money, just bring it down. I'm not telling you straight. No, guy.
Excuse me? This is a free country, ma'am. This is still a democratic country. This is not a dictatorship. This is not a dictatorship.
Speak to people like that, ma'am. If you want to ask for a decision regarding that's not the way to do it. You can't speak to nobody.
The Attorney General knows that we're recording. He's watching. The Attorney General is on the live. Thank you. He's on the live. The Attorney General is on the live. The Attorney General is on the live.
My God.
The Attorney General said bring the cash by tomorrow afternoon, 4 p.m. The latest I'm here to bring the cash, $1 million for costs. I don't want any problems. I want to abide by the rules and the laws of our country.
Very well, Mr. Asadi.
So I'm waiting on the team.
The team is not there. The team is not there. So I don't know how long this is here. Who's the team there?
Miss Hannah, sorry to inform you, but you and Miss Primus will have to exit the compound. Message from
Oh, that's okay. At least the nation can see we brought the money to the Attorney General's office and they accepted the sanction.
I'd like to say, I understand that she's here to do the to do business. I can understand if you say you don't want regarding. But on what basis would you ask me to leave the compound? Because this is a public building. And why is that I don't allowed to come here? I don't understand. I don't understand that at all. You, the guy just now talking about stupid politics. This is stupid politics. You got more stand up outside, and then people come in and shout to you.
People already.
These gentlemen
We
come
have
and
GRE
I see
and
this
so
young man
many-
came. This
state
gentleman
agencies
spoke
Yeah.
owe us court
quite
costs. Up to now
professional.
they can't pay us. GRA, so many state agencies owe us court costs.
1.6
Up to today, they
million.
can't pay us.
Can you please
Yeah.
exit the compound? Thank you.
It's okay for Mr. Hazin carry on.
So,
Yes,
Mr.
kindly
Anthony,
desist from
please
videoing.
cannot be videoed. Please exit the compound. Thank
What do you want me to do?
That's okay. At least the whole country already, they saw that we brought the $1 million here. And the
And the
Attorney General
hostility of the lady at the
accepted
door.
the
Yeah,
cash.
the people are saying it.
She's
about her.
arrogant.
They said that
very
she is
arrogant.
very nice.
This man
He is
came,
very
he spoke well,
respectful.
that man was professional.
Not-
This lady was
yeah.
professional. The lady that, Lord of mercy.
Yeah.
Yes.
See, you need to understand. You need to understand that the people need to see what's happening. They need to see for accountability purposes, for accountability, for transparency. The PPP government knows nothing about transparency and accountability.
Miss Hannah, please. Thank you. Miss Hannah, please start the video.
She ran away.
From
She ran away.
Kindly exit the compound.
No, thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate it.
You belong in a barn. This is the kind of behavior that you going out. People come. These guys are professional.
Yes,
Very
I
professional. They
appreciate
spoke
that.
well.
Yeah.
This woman came. She spoke very well. I don't know. Let them try that with that. The ice pass people. The Attorney General come.
No, but we don't want the money to be short, you know. Next thing you know, they say the money is short. We need a receipt for the sanction money.
I thought they would not have wanted the Mohammed's money because I thought the government or nobody in this country is not allowed to collect sanction money.
I thought
All
so
of a
too.
sudden, sanction money good.
Yeah,
Good enough for collect.
I think this is good.
We go behind the gate and record them.
Keep sharing the live, everyone. Oh, outside? Right here.
Yes.
Thank you.
We outside. She ain't got no order whatsoever. Listen. You see, oh Lord, the
Oh my God.
Oh God. Listen, I said, nah. He upset.
Leave the compound.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
I got this court order you want to just can you upstairs when you come to know you come pushing like back in the days when we used to buy the village. All the way to 73. Like the politics of that.
That's such his life, sir. When your boss come downstairs, just don't talk to people like a pig
No,
in setup.
no, I didn't
When
know.
the lady at the door talk, just don't
Yeah,
like a
you
pig.
didn't correct her though. You didn't correct her.
No, I didn't know I come down from upstairs.
But you can't come and talk to people
I didn't
like
went to
that.
the accountancy bar.
That's why the people don't want them in there anymore. That's exactly why the people don't want them in there anymore.
I said the gentleman that came, the guard lady in front here, this Indian guy in the long sleeve shirt, he was very
Very
polite,
professional and respectful.
very polite. It's ridiculous. Now look at me now, like we're in a cell thinging through some things. They're not coming to do their account.
So for anyone just joining the live, we're currently here. The opposition leader, Azrin Mohammed, and the General Secretary of WIN, Ms. Odessa Primus.
Right.
We are here
It's ridiculous.
at the Ministry of Legal Affairs.
Yeah. So we presently at the AG chambers, we accepted the sanction money. They lied to the nation, deceived the entire country. That if you do business with the Mohammeds or if you accept any money, you will be sanctioned, your visas will be revoked. They are blatant liars.
I hope they take the Attorney General visa.
And he accepted the cash, $1 million in court costs. We have GRA, we got the Guyanese critic, we got other agencies that owe us court costs, totaling tens of millions of dollars, and up to this day we can't receive it. This goes to show the dictatorship country and the dictatorship PPP, right? We're on.
All right.
It's ridiculous.
The people are very concerned about you. They said we need to keep eyes on him in here.
It's very true. Very, very. Especially with that hostility that you have coming from some.
They're asking why you, Ms. Primus, as an MP, are not allowed in a public building.
That is what I am asking. But listen, I don't intend to have unnecessary fights in this life. Because this is a public building. For what good reason or excuse or whatever they could give for me not being able to enter this premises. That is madness. These people think they're bullies and they're disrespectful to people. So she come out, oh yeah, come out the compound, come. What is wrong with that woman? I would like to know exactly what she does in this place.
Yeah.
Because she don't know how to speak to people or how to treat people. You come out there as a professional. First of all, they said to push the money in where the woman is sitting at the desk. You put the money there and come and move it, y'all blocking up the place. Excuse me, madam. We were told to put it right there. Nobody did not come in here and intentionally put it there. We were told, good grief. I hope she's one of the person counting because I would suggest she focus on the clients because she's too idle. She needs to work on her patience and tolerance.
Well, the 592 Association has already given their input on the public servant that was quite hostile to the WIN members of parliament, including the opposition leader, Azrin Mohammed.
No, but you see, they gave you a time frame to come here and to bring the money. And we have been here for quite a few minutes, and nobody has come down to start counting us yet. I don't know what on earth they're doing in there, but absolutely nobody has come down to start anything. Which, in my opinion, this delay is quite deliberate. I don't know who it's intended to aggravate, but the only person who is aggravated in this situation is that woman that came at the door just now. She's very upset. It is as if the opposition leader broke her big plan. That's the attitude she came downstairs with. It's her personal man. This is crazy. Absolutely crazy. I must say though.
We thought the money sanctioned too, but they're happy to collect it. The government of Guyana is doing business with the Mohammeds again.
Right. The money good again. It's not fully sanctioned, it's partially sanctioned.
They lied and tricked the people, lied to the people, tricked the people.
It was very deceitful. Oh,
That if they did business with the Mohammeds, that they would be sanctioned, they would be affected. And here they are, the government of Guyana accepting the same sanction money. So for anyone now tuning into the live,
he probably come to count. Look.
So for anyone tuning into the live, we're here with opposition leader Azrin Mohammed and General Secretary of WIN, MP Odessa Primus, to pay a debt of $1 million to the Attorney General, Anil Nandalal, who has gladly accepted the money, the sanctioned money from the Mohammeds, which may or may not be derived from export of gold to Dubai and funds from importation of luxury and sports car, may or may not.
This is absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. All the hostility and all of that, quite unnecessary, just to say the very least. Look, we can't stay inside, we can't be outside either, sir.
This is a member of parliament. She has every right to enter a public building. She shouldn't be locked outside.
And that these are just some of the things that we have to deal with in this country, as Guyanese, as opposition members of parliament, that we have to deal with this level of hostility. And ma'am, you have to leave the compound. And there is absolutely nobody when I asked in terms of what was the line of reasoning for saying that, because I wasn't interfering with anybody, obstructing anything or nothing. So what is your reasoning behind that? Nobody could answer because there's absolutely no reason. The Attorney General, when he came, he said keep all of them until the money finished counting.
I think somebody tuned in late. They said the opposition leader should bring the money in coins and give them. So he missed our wheelbarrows.
The Attorney General said, if the Attorney General say you don't want the money, I just want y'all know on this live, I'm first in line because I'm right here.
And we all know that you have a debt currently, Miss Primus.
Yes, I just need half of that money so that I can give the former opposition leader his 500,000. Oh goodness, Guyana, sometimes. Let me tell you something. Sometimes just to be able to cope in this country, you have to make light of, yeah. Sometimes just to get by in this place, you have to make light of a situation because you'd go mad in this place. Your blood pressure would go up, and all sorts of things because this place is stress, absolute stress. They're still there waiting. Apparently, whoever has to count this money is a specialist because those people, the attorney general and all the other people there, they're unable to count. Um, Counting is probably not his forte, but we are still waiting. For those people who would have joined the live earlier, they would have noted because we did not start the live as soon as we got here. We were here a couple of minutes before the live started. I'm assuming that this guy is calling for some sort of security or backup. You can see them coming just now. Hold right up. Look. I'm pointing and going.
You know, we need eyes on the opposition leader because with the PPP government,
Yeah,
we just
definitely.
can't trust them.
Yeah. Hi, love. Good day.
We're here because Anil Nandalal has accepted the sanctioned money from the Mohammeds. It's suddenly okay to do business with the Mohammeds, everyone.
The master, that's good.
Say hi to the Attorney
Yes,
General,
love.
Anil Nandalal, accepting sanctioned money from the Mohammeds. After lying and tricking and fooling the people, buying votes and fooling the people that if they did any business with the Mohammeds, that they would be sanctioned.
I think they're waiting on the police to come to ask us to remove from here. I'm almost willing to bet that this is where they're going to be wasting the police time. Oh, you guys can't be here. Da, 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 and whatever
Probably.
sorts of foolishness. Which, of course, is. Oh, God, here we are. Look, turn around. Just as I said.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I love good afternoon. Yeah. This is a lot of wasted time. I thought the Attorney General said that they're closing off at 4 o'clock. We have been here for in excess of half an hour, and not a cent, literally, has been counted. Um,
Literally.
not a cent.
So for those now joining the live, the opposition leader, Azrin Mohammed, is here to pay court costs that were ruled in favor of the Attorney General, Anil Nandalal, and the Minister of Home Affairs, Wanij Waldron, a sum total of $1 million. The Attorney General has confirmed
Hello?
that he is accepting the sanction money
Wait.
belonging to the Mohammeds, which may or may not be derived from gold exports to. Why are you shaking your head? No, the people need to see. The people must see. This is the people's business, sir. This is the people's business. So, you know, here at WIN, we believe in a transparent and accountable government, transparent and accountable governance. We pride ourselves in transparency and accountability. So we're here live at the Ministry of Legal Affairs. Here, send this to me, please. Look. Sorry. Just send whatever. Not that. As I was saying, the Attorney General, Anil Nandalal, has agreed to accept the sanctioned money belonging to the Mohammeds to pay the court costs of $1 million which may or may not be derived from money made from the sale of gold exports in Dubai, or from money from the It's a very special afternoon. Very special afternoon, especially to the Attorney General. I trust that he has his counting skills ready, because this might take a while. For those just joining the live, the opposition leader is paying his court costs of $1 million, which the Attorney General Anil Nandalal and Minister of Home Affairs Wanij Waldron have graciously accepted the sanctioned money. It's interesting because all of a sudden the money is permissible. The Attorney General cannot, on one hand, advance this public narrative that dealings with the Mohammeds are impermissible due to sanctions, and then on the other hand, formally demand payment pursuant to a court order. If the funds are legally recoverable, then those prior representations that he made to the public, they were blatant lies. They were blatant lies, and they warrant scrutiny. You cannot stand in court enforcing a lawful cost order while standing in public claiming that the funds are off limits. Ms. Primus, I know that you're usually busy with the people's business.
Yes, definitely. I'm just communicating with the leader in the compound at the moment. I think that the Attorney General has an issue with counting the points. I'm not sure that, because if that's all that we have, then that's what you have to accept. First of all, whether or not it's all that you have, because it's legal tender, and so you have no choice but to accept it for what it is. This is not those supermarkets and stores that you go to that don't want fines and so on. Even that should not happen. But yeah, I forgot you have my thing. Yeah, but you know, I suggest they start counting in the interest of time. Yeah.
So we've just been notified by the opposition leader that the Ministry of Legal Affairs is refusing the coins. Legal tender.
Wow.
Any comment on that, Ms. Primus?
I think it is very ridiculous. Because you know they started off by saying yes, they're going to accept them, as he came down in his hostile tone and said, ensure that they stay here until every cent is counted. Now he's refusing to count every cent. That's a little confusing to me. So is the Attorney General therefore saying that the $10 coin is no longer acceptable um, for payment in this country of any sort? Because that would be an interesting precedent that would be set
Very
here today.
interesting.
An unfortunate one too, because it is legal tender. Um, I don't know.
Very much so interesting.
Ay, ay, ay.
Is this okay?
Yeah. No, but it's outside though. I'll ask him to take one. You hear me?
All the money still gonna come out of the.
I still can't get over that public servant.
All the money still gonna come out. Because it's just the law only prescribes that people that take some money. So the whole big thing will come out of it. So that you reach it.
The people really don't trust Anil Nandalal. They said, don't take the camera off of their president. They said, keep the camera on their president at all times.
You know. Oh God, there's a Piggish lady.
Oh, that's her?
Yes. What's she self there? This attitude.
No, there really is no need for that.
Huh?
There really was no need for that.
Yeah, but there's also no need for putting people outside of this compound that is a public building, let alone the fact that I'm a member of parliament.
Exactly.
I don't think that these people understand how this thing works. I mean, I'm not even by any stretch of the imagination faulting the guards or anything because they're following instructions, you know?
That's right.
And they were very polite to us, so I don't want to, by any means.
No, I really appreciated that.
Yeah.
I really appreciated that. One of Anil's guards and one of the security guards up front in the hut, they were very professional, very polite and respectful.
We have to ensure. Oh, apparently they're issuing some receipt of some sort. And I'm not sure if they're going to be returning the money based on what the gentleman who just came up said, or if they're going to be taking parts of the money, or how exactly that is going to work. But there seems to be a lot of congregating and nothing happening. Have you noticed that you're not on the thing, Hannah? There seems to be a lot of congregating and absolutely nothing happening at the moment. Right. Yes, lovely.
Hi, good afternoon. Our supporters. Everyone is rallying. Everybody wants to know what's wrong with the money.
Exactly. It is legal tender. And one would think the Attorney General, if anybody else, should know that. If anybody else, he should definitely know that. You see more people coming in and going out. I'm not sure. They have gone with one of the borrowers. So.
I lost eyes on him. Good afternoon, my beautiful Guyanese brothers and sisters. We're here at the Ministry of Legal Affairs for those now tuning in, where the opposition leader, Azrin Mohammed, is here to pay his court costs for a court case awarded to Attorney General Anil Nandalal and Minister of Home Affairs Onij. I don't know how to say her name. Waldron. For a sum total of $1 million. So the Attorney General has graciously accepted the sanction money. It's suddenly good. It's suddenly okay for him. It's suddenly permissible for him. So the opposition leader is here to, as many of you would know, the Mohammeds never owe a debt, even though so many debts are owed to us, so many court costs, some of them over a year are still owed to the Mohammeds. for what's his name? Um, Guyanese critic.
Something like that.
What?
Rodriguez.
Mikhail Rodriguez owes the Mohammeds more than $52 million, and I believe it's $72,000 in court costs each. The Mohammeds have not received a cent of that money. Additionally, there are multiple cases that the Mohammeds have won against GRA, which cost the state a substantial amount of money. The Lamborghini case, the Land Cruisers, the Ferrari, the Range Rover, I don't know which cars, but there's so many.
They're taking it in or bringing it out. I think what happened is they. Oh, that's the one of the coins. That one is there, and the other one is.
Why is he hiding?
Who?
One of the. Here at WIN, we believe in accountability and transparency, and this is the people's business.
Right. I must say though, the staff here they're very polite with the exception of that woman.
Indeed.
And so the minister may not have been polite, nor that young lady who I guess went through training with him because they have that same kind of mentality. But I think the staff here they're have been very professional.
Accommodating and
Yeah.
professional.
Yeah. I don't want to say accommodated to me.
Well,
It seems as
yeah,
though they were,
no.
Particularly favorable. But at least they held their composure.
Because we do know, we do know how the PPP loves to victimize anyone who publicly align themselves with WIN.
Yes. Hello. Yeah, I'm alive right now. Sorry about that. It's one of the party comrades calling.
That's okay.
Some other business. They had no idea that we were live. No, I wanna, apologize to people. Don't think, oh my God, I will. But yeah, here we are still. I feel like these people are overly dramatic. Because the truth be told is, it's not gonna take you a long time to come back.
No.
Let alone the fact that they have several persons come. So they, make it seem as though you brought dollar coins, $1 million in dollars. That's not the case. So there's no need for all the theatrics and dramatics and whatever else. Oh my goodness gracious.
Indeed. I'm still stuck on the fact of how inconsistent his positions are.
Mm-hmm.
First, the funds were impermissible.
Yeah, you will be sanctioned. If you take sanctioned money, you'll be sanctioned. Oh my God. Have nothing to do with the Mohammeds. If you see them on the road running the other direction, they have demonized the Mohammeds to in every single aspect, in every single regard, as if you should have no association or no affiliation with these people, because everything in your life is going to go haywire. You're going to lose every single thing, and that is very unfortunate because a lot of these politicians, particularly the government, use scare tactics as a way to manipulate people. And people are at a place where they're not having it. Whether or not something is true, Guyanese in general are at a place where we ain't care. We fed up about it all and we're not having it. And that is the reality. So now when you've already said to people, don't take the man money. If he build a house for you, you're gonna be sanctioned. If he buys a car for you, you will be sanctioned. Are you collecting the sanctioned money that you tell me don't collect? Am I now to assume that the Attorney General will be sanctioned? Or any of the other persons they're tallying this money with them? Am I to assume that? I mean, this is some level of ridiculousness as far as I'm concerned. Um, and I hope that this kind of behavior does not persist. It's crazy.
It's ridiculous.
Uh-huh. We see the leaders back out front. You know what I found interesting as well, Hannah? When the attorney came down, he said, and don't let them leave.
Hmm.
Sir,
Holding us hostage
sir,
until every cent is accounted for and counted.
sir, we're creating a hostage situation. I mean, as a lawyer, you have no idea that you cannot hold people against them. Well, if I would like to leave here, what in the ministry prevents me from exiting this premises? And then he said, keep all of them. And then 2 minutes later, shy all of them out. Keep the leader, shy them out. What is going on? He's all over the place with his thoughts. Gather your thoughts, make a decision, and stand by that. Stop saying go and come and happen, skip and drop, and all of that in one breath.
Indeed.
God help us all if these are the kinds of leaders that we're going to have that makes a decision for 1 minute and then the next minute it's a new decision, it's a new position. What is going on with you? Keep all of them. Excuse me, I'm happy that was
Don't allow
required.
them to leave.
I'm happy. I'm happy that was required because I don't know that I would have believed if somebody came to me and said the attorney general
General
said,
said.
keep all of them in here. Then every
Don't.
cent is counted. What? Now they don't even want to count every cent. So you see how many changes in decisions has been made in that one. Um, I don't know. He spoke for what, like 3 minutes or less. In 3 minutes, he moved from keep them, lock them up, count every cent, to put them out. Don't count every cent. To enable. To, this is unfortunate. Let me tell you something. It's only because I did not want to prolong anything. That I was not going to remain in here. I wanted people to get the money counted so that they're able to go home and enjoy their lives and so on. Um, but there's nothing in this ministry that could have gotten me out of here if I wanted to stay, because we must know our rights in this country, and they do not have a right to put me out of this compound here. They do not have a right. And it's unfortunate that these people feel that they could come and just tell you and do you as they please. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Again, for anyone now joining the live, we're here at the Ministry of Legal Affairs, the Attorney General's chambers, where the opposition leader, Azrin Mohammed, is paying court costs.
Mhm.
We're happy that media has arrived. How are you? So we're happy that media has arrived because, again, as Win has always told the people, that we believe in transparency and accountability. So,
They say
no,
you go in.
unfortunately, the media is not being allowed into the Attorney General's chambers and the Ministry of Legal Affairs.
Mr. Nandala and Mr. Mohammed, there's somewhere beyond this building, right down to the very end, where the building ends. Yeah.
Still counting. They're still counting. You know, something I've been thinking, that the enforcement of a judicial cost order, doesn't it presuppose that the payment itself is lawful?
And then the last of it, we have
The enforcement of a judicial cost order, in my mind, it presupposes that the payment itself is lawful, and it's therefore difficult to reconcile this with the Attorney General's prior public assertions that any financial dealings with the Mohammeds would attract consequences under sanctions. And here he is, happily, gladly accepting the sanction money from the Mohammeds. A court awarded cost as a lawful debt. By Azrin Mohammed seeking to enforce it, the state implicitly acknowledges the legality of receiving such funds.
Well, some people look at it.
So why is this position inconsistent with the Attorney General's earlier statements discouraging any engagement of a financial nature with the Mohammeds on the basis of sanctions? So, penny for your thoughts. No pun intended. A penny for your thoughts, Ms. Primus? A penny for your thoughts? Pun intended?
A penny, a coin for my thoughts. I just at this point, I don't know what to think. I'm also particularly disappointed in the Attorney General and his sentiments. Um, and we usually complain. My wig is all over the place. We usually complain. Sorry, we usually complain when people refuse to take our coins because it's legal tender. And now we are here at one of the highest offices in the land, and the Attorney General is also refusing, which is absolutely crazy. Take the money. You want money, you get money. If he wanted it in a particular note, he should have said that. But he didn't, and so you got what you asked for. You asked for $1 million. Um, Granted, it is not $1 million coins, but he has received his money. Count your money. You want it. You want the sanctioned money that you told us not to take. So here we are. As we would have mentioned earlier, we were awaiting the opposition leader coming to come out of the building right behind us. This is at the Ministry of Legal Affairs, the Attorney General's chamber. And we are here awaiting direct word from the leader as he comes out of the building. Clearly, like I mentioned earlier on in the live, for those of you who are now joining, you need a specialist to count small notes. Apparently, the attorney could only count $5,000 bills and so on, $1,000 bills, because you had probably about 10 to 15 persons gathered there, and whoever is this big time counter was not there. We waited for about, I don't know, half an hour.
I think it might be a fancy people thing.
Fancy people, I could imagine. I do not count.
Not like the
notes.
bus conductors and the market vendors with their $100 bills
Right.
and $20 bills.
Mhm.
Anna, it's still money.
Money is money.
Money is money.
Very much so. Let me tell you something. If somebody gave me $1 million in notes, in coins, sorry, I'm taking that $1 million. That's it. I don't care. I want it. It's $1 million. $1 million is not increase or decrease in value based on the note or coin that it is in. In and out of the he's not out at the moment, but he's in and out of the room. I guess giving them the space to count and do whatever is necessary um, with these big money. We see a one Guyana, look at one Guyana car there circling for the longest while, and he's looking over here. I don't know what's his line of business, but this is like the third time that he's just circling the block. I don't know.
Oh, the staff is leaving.
Yeah.
So again, for anyone now tuning in, we're here at the Attorney General Chambers, Ministry of Legal Affairs, where the opposition leader, Azrin Mohammed, is here to pay a debt of $1 million to the Attorney General, Anil Nandalal, who is suddenly ready to accept the sanctioned money from the Mohammeds. So it's just very interesting.
As the staff was leaving, I think that they thought that you were recording.
No, I wasn't recording you guys. I wasn't recording. The camera was on me.
I think that's what they thought
No.
that you were, because you should have seen their faces. Like, no, she did not put us on camera. Oh, that did not happen. That did not happen.
The people want to see their president.
Yeah, he's outside.
So for anyone now tuning in, the two blue, wind blue wheelbarrows contain the sanctioned money that the Attorney General, Anil Nandalal, I don't want to get the kids, Anil Nandalal has agreed to accept a sum total of $1 million, the government of Guyana, for court costs payable to him, Anil Nandalal, and to Onage Waldron here at the Attorney General Chambers and Ministry of Legal Affairs. So, I love you too, Sparta Dawn. And we're bringing this live to the people of Guyana because we believe here in WIN in accountability and transparency. And that the people must be informed at all times where their money is going. Those very court cases which were ruled, not unsurprisingly, very most expectedly, in favor of the Attorney General Anil Nandalal and the Minister of Home Affairs Onage Waldron. It was not an unexpected result. It was very much expected. Those very court cases, those legal fees for those attorneys, many of them foreign attorneys. I don't want to get the kids. Many of them foreign attorneys. In the hundreds of millions of dollars, taxpayer dollars. Additionally, hotel accommodations, meals, transportation, security while they're in Guyana, chauffeurs. So the public, the Guyanese public, are still awaiting the full cost of all these high-paid attorneys, many of them foreign attorneys, but they're running down the Mohammeds for $1 million.
Yeah.
So it's just interesting.
Oh God, look at the head in the face, go to the car. So we never look in there.
No, but I'm not trying to record anybody. I'm just trying to show the people their president.
No, I understand that completely, but they seem to think we're trying to put them.
No, not at all.
So what is your movement? You're in a politic movement or?
Yes.
Okay. India politician, I suppose. And does the Prime Minister pass away? I want the
Prime Minister?
no, not the Prime Minister, the President, when he got out, is he
I
here?
don't know anything about that.
Okay. Here is the Prime Minister? Or the,
No, we don't. We don't know. But nobody never sees the prime minister. Do we have a prime minister?
Yeah, he shows up to photo up moment.
okay. Is he representative
I wouldn't
of
know.
another country? Like England? Like Canada? As a representative of the Queen or the King of England?
Oh no, we
And
don't
the
have a
money
queen
is
or
from
anything.
the Queen.
Okay, so we have the leader coming to the
So
front.
it's not,
I'm not sure. Hopefully they're finished. Because,
Semi-independent Canada.
I haven't seen the Attorney General come out back unless there's a door for him to go up into his chambers. I haven't seen him coming out back. We have the leader of the main opposition, Well, the opposition in general, sorry, my bad. I'm not accustomed to saying the opposition, sorry. The leader of the opposition coming out. Um,
Right now, you're at the Attorney General's chambers. Can you tell me and my viewers and listeners why exactly are you here?
We're here to pay the court costs. Two matters that they lost at the High Court. 500,000, I think, with the AG, and 500,000 with Minister Oned. So we're here to pay the sum of $1 million court costs. The AG accepted the money, although on the campaign trail, they mentioned to everyone. That's okay. Although they mentioned to everyone on the campaign trail that you can't do business, you can't accept cash from the Mohammeds, or else you will be sanctioned, your visas revoked. And they just accepted the cash,
yeah.
and they're
Yeah.
checking it off presently, $1 million.
No, man. They
In
got the sign
cash,
card
in,
up there
in
before the sign
notes
got
and
up.
coins?
Yes, notes and coins, but apparently the AG is coming up with something according to the Constitution. You can't accept more than $850 in coins. I don't know, because I know it's a legal tender, and the coins at the end of the day is accepted at any supermarket, any bank, anywhere. You can pay for anything in coin or cash. Like, he doesn't want to accept the coin.
So where does that leave the process?
Well, we'll have to see to get up some more cash and bring back, because we always have to honor our obligations. I always love to abide by the rules of the country. So we're gonna pay the $1 million. We will honor the payment, the court costs.
Clarification, at one point just now you said that they have agreed to accept the money. Then you later on said that they were not taking the coins. So
Yes.
what exactly is it? Are they taking the notes alone or the
Yes, they're taking all the notes. They're presently counting the notes as it relates to the coin. Over something here according to the Constitution. I sent it to Blue John, my attorney, Sia Blue John, where you can, the bank shall have the sole right to issue notes and coins in Guyana and stuff, because it said on such notes and coins issued by the bank shall be legal tender in Guyana. Legal tender coins shall be accepted throughout Guyana in settlement of any public or private debt or monetary obligation up to a limit of $100 for coins of denomination of $1, $250 for coins of denomination of 5, and $500 for coins of denomination of $10. So they have a cap on it. According to the Constitution. We're gonna check it out to see how authentic is this.
okay? And why you opted again to take this route to bring these notes and coins?
Well, you see, I don't have bank accounts, and this is some of the cash I have at hand presently. So that's why I brought this today, because tomorrow is my holiday, and he gave us a deadline of 4 p.m. tomorrow, and tomorrow is Eid, and I will be busy to celebrate Eid with my fellow brothers and sisters and family members, etc.
But couldn't you have asked someone to write a check on your behalf?
No, sir. No. Everyone, I can't get that to write a check on my behalf. I don't even know if they will accept the check. But all of a sudden, they're accepting the cash.
So is the counting finished?
No, they're still checking. The PS and other staff, they're checking the cash present.
There were pieces of gold in between? Or?
No. Yeah.
We saw some gold-like objects. What are they?
No, it's like stones in the wheelbarrow.
Why you put stones?
Well, the number is just picked up from a construction site. So we just put it in to get this process finished with this.
Keep the money down.
Yeah.
Mr. Mohammed, as we have you here, we've seen that you've lost a couple of cases in the court system. How do you feel about this?
And I respect the judiciary and their decision. If we have to cross seas to get justice, we will.
Has the decision been taken to file appeals to the CCJ?
Yes, my legal team, senior counsel Isaiah Ford, counsel Blue John, Damien De Silva, they're in the process so that we can file to the CCJ. Yeah.
What makes you so optimistic that you'll win? Having lost in the two courts here,
Let's see when it reaches CCJ.
God is in charge, and at the end of the day, I know we will be victorious in this. We all see where this is coming from: political persecution by the PDP government.
Any plans to challenge the U.S. grand jury indictment in the United States?
Well, we want to get this piece here sorted out first, and then we think about that.
But have you been considering that?
Yes, we're in talks with our attorneys in the US.
You had any discussion with the Attorney General when you got here?
Yes, he was in a bad mood, man. I don't know what happened to AG today. You know, I came here to, fulfill my obligations to ensure that he received his money. He gave us a deadline of Friday, 4 p.m. And tomorrow is my holiday. So I want to spend the holiday with my fellow brothers and sisters and family members. Tomorrow is Eid, so I won't have time tomorrow. So that's why I decided to bring the cash here to clear off, my debt of $1 million.
Some persons might say this is being petty in terms of the denomination of the notes and the coins and so on.
No, I don't think it's petty. It's money. If someone pay me with coins, I will accept immediately, because any supermarket, any gas stations, anywhere you go, they will accept money or $20 bills. Yeah, it's not petty. I don't have no other option because they force all the banks to close my accounts. So this is the only option I had at hand, to go into the children's piggy bank and take the money out and bring it to me.
Thank you, Mr. Mohammed.
Ms. Primus, any words for our viewers? Everyone tuning in?
Definitely. Ali came here just a moment ago. Said she saw the light that she came to, but we couldn't help them to call the money.
Everybody, good afternoon.
Yeah.
But I'm happy the AG accepted the cash, because they mentioned you can't do business and you can't accept money from a sanctioned individual. And here we have the Attorney General for the Cooperative Republic of Guyana just accepted my cash. On the campaign trail, they went all over it, all the regions, and spread lies to deceive the people of this country that if you accept money or if you be seen with Mohammed, you'll be sanctioned, your visa will be taken away. And here we have the Attorney General accepted $1 million.
Highest
this is
law
the
in the
deceit.
land.
This is how treacherous this PDP government, how they are.
Yes,
You plan to use
indeed.
this as an argument in the court?
Because the attorneys there, they will decide this. You can use it.
This gentleman assisted with the children's iftar in All Boys Town. Yes. Do you remember me from All Boys Town with the children's iftar at the masjid?
I find it finally the mosque.
Okay, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. We are here live at the Ministry of Legal Affairs and Attorney General's chambers, where the opposition leader, Azrin Mohammed, is here to pay court costs to Attorney General Anil Nandalal and to Minister of Home Affairs, Wanage Waldron, a total of $1 million. Somehow, the sanctioned money from the Mohammeds is somehow acceptable and permissible. The Attorney General has graciously accepted that he will accept. So you can see the two wheelbarrows in the color wind blue with the monies delivered to the Attorney General. Many of you would know that the PPP government has instructed all the banks to close the bank accounts of the Mohammeds. And so Mr. Mohammed cannot write a check to the Attorney General's chambers, and I want to get the kids. So, as Mr. Mohammed just told the media, he had to break into the kids' piggy bank to pay the costs of $1 million to the Attorney General, which he gladly accepted. So thank you for tuning in, and next time. Thank you. Have a good day.